Now on the Westwood One Radio Network, President Joe Biden and the Kansas City Chiefs to the White House today to celebrate victory. Kansas City is the first team to make the traditional trip 2021. Chiefs could not make it after previous Super Bowl win due to COVID. It went off the Cardinals' Andre Hopkins, and about it, Jones said, quote, "They don't miss any company. It's unlikely. More likely, the return of running back is to which Jones said he won't close the door on that possibility." NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports veteran edge rusher Leonard Floyd is signing a one-year deal with the Buffalo Bills. This is NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
At Grainger, we pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, sweat small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional grade products. Call Grainger.com. Let's stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Father's Day experts at Omaha Steaks made it easy to put a smile on Dad's face. Use promo and get $30 off your qualifying or mouthwater packages like fork tender, bacon, filet mignons, air-chilled boneless chicken, burgers, jumbo franks, and more. Plus, most gift packages come with literal access. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code SIZZLE at checkout for $30 off. That's omahasteaks.com. Code SIZZLE at checkout. Minimum orders required. See site for details.
And we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. Good day, sunshine. Last I checked, it's a Tuesday, 6th day of June, 2023. D-Day. Yes, 1944, D-Day, June 6th. The Allied forces hit the beaches at Normandy. And, made quite an impression, as that was the first real incursion into the European continent. And going back, one of the very few senior NCOs that I had a tremendous amount of respect for was First Sergeant John Franco McCarroll from Brooklyn, New York. Top, First Sergeant Franco McCarroll hit the beaches of Normandy with the Big Red One, and quite a guy. And, one of those people that really made an impression on me. So, Top, thank you. He taught me a few things along the way as well. Well, let's see. Looking back in history, do you remember in 1965, astronaut Edward White became the first American to take a walk in space during the Gemini 4 flight? Now, it was the 60s. Technically, Timothy Leary beat him to the punch a few years earlier, right? Yes, Timothy Leary. He did run for president. I wonder what would have happened. Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, we've got birthdays to celebrate and a few other things that we will be doing. We've got to look at world and California news headlines, local news, and sports, financial news, birthdays. Yeah, so stick around. Humble Farmer Brewing on Imperial Avenue, across from Johnny's Burritos in Imperial. They open at 4 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come on in, try out their locally brewed beer, a great selection of wines, and full food menu. Enjoy happy hour from 4 till 6. Fill up a growler to go. Delicious, refreshing, seasonal drafts on tap. Follow Humble Farmer Brewing on Facebook and Instagram for weekly events. They're kid-friendly, so you can bring the whole family. Humble Farmer Brewing, Imperial Avenue, across from Johnny's Burritos in Imperial. Well, let's see. Birthdays today. Our big shot birthday, singer-songwriter Gary U.S. Bonds, 84. Actor Robert Robert Englund. Freddy Krueger is 76. Playwright, actor Harvey Fierstein is 71. Actor, comedian Sandra Bernhard is 68. Actor Amanda Pay, 64. Comedian Colin Quinn, 64. Actor Jason Isaacs of the Harry Potter films, 60. Actor Max Casella is 56. He was Doogie Howser's best buddy. Actor Paul Giamatti, 56. Singer Uncle Cracker is 49. Actor Sonia Walger is 49. Actor Stacy Keenan is 48. Actor Aubrey Anderson Emmons is 16. Local birthdays coming up.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Leopoldo Calderon, Greta Vargas Lancaster, James Perez, Rosemary Rubio, Jason Wheatley, Heidi Bennett, Guadalupe Mesa, Frida Gran, Alexis Tombach, Elise Rene Perez, Carlos Nava, Valerie Moore, David Garcia, April Kirby, Karina Martinez, Raymond Uribe, Judy Duflock, Lauren Jensen, J.C. Cruz, and Alex Hernandez. Happy birthday from KXO. Okie dokie. Celebrate responsibly, okay? Well, let's see. Oh, looking back, this month in 2019, Forbes named Jay-Z the first billionaire rapper. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, let's qualify this. The first rapper to live long enough to become a billionaire rapper, okay? Yeah, still at it. And a new study out. I love these studies. This study found that sleeping in a room with too much light increases the chances of obesity. Yeah, especially if that light is from a refrigerator door opening. Yeah, that'll get you every time. We've got news. Let's jump in with a look at World and California news headlines right now. Brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. After a major dam is shelled in Russian-occupied Ukraine.
The European Union condemns strongly this horrific and barbaric attack against such a crucial piece of the infrastructure with terrible humanitarian and environmental consequences.
Russia blames Kyiv for the dam breach, which is flooding local settlements and endangering operations at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Will former President Donald Trump face criminal charges over those classified documents found in Trump properties? His former Attorney General William Barr telling CBS Morning.
This would have gone nowhere had the president just returned the documents. But he jerked them around for a year and a half. And the question is, did he deceive them?
Prince Harry has begun giving evidence in a phone hacking trial before London's High Court.
Now, Harry testified today that he was left paranoid by reporting about his personal life that he claims used information that was gathered illegally.
CBS's Holly Williams in London. The newspapers, Harry and other celebrities are suing, deny the accusations. CBS News Brief, I'm Vicki Barker.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Another group of migrants dropped off in Sacramento, where county officials say they weren't given any advance notice.
We do not know if the migrants aboard, the 20 migrants aboard, got on in Deming or if they got on in El Paso. That's being investigated.
County spokesperson Kim Nava, the State Department of Justice, saying the new flight appears to have been operated by the same company associated with the group that came last week, with documentation from the state of Florida. State's actions under investigation. State Attorney General Rob Bonta threatening to file legal charges. Apple unveils its first major new product in years, the Vision Pro headset. Apple CEO Tim Cook.
You can immerse yourself in movies, TV shows, sports, and feel like you're right there.
New device winning praise for innovation and criticism for its price tag, nearly $3,500. Gas prices in the state averaging $4.85 a gallon. That's down slightly from last week, up slightly from last month. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, for maintenance, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Hey, hold up a minute. What's the matter, boss? Don't worry, you're not in trouble. I actually want to thank you.
Thank me?
For what? For reminding our crew to call 811 before starting digging for this project.
Safety first, right?
You got it. Safety always.
Call 811 at least 2 working days before any digging project to have all utility-owned underground lines marked for free. Brought to you by Great Basin Gas Transmission Company.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane, Tyrone Auto Centers, 3 locations in the valley at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at the Imperial Valley Mall, in a 4th location, wherever you are with Quick Lane's mobile service. Call for an appointment. A structure fire yesterday morning. George Gale has the story.
It was reported at 6:49 Monday morning. El Centro Fire responded to 2070 Elm in El Centro. They noticed smoke coming from the house. Mutual aid was requested from the county fire department. Fire crews made entry to the house and found the living room on fire. The crews were able to knock down the fire within 10 to 15 minutes, keeping it from spreading out of the living room. The residents are on vacation and not at home at the time of the fire. A family dog, however, was home, and the animal died from smoke inhalation. No other injuries were reported. Cause of the fire is under investigation. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, Mana de Imperial Valley held their annual scholarship ceremony at the Southwest High School Library, recognizing local students that were awarded academic scholarships. This year, Mana awarded a total of $20,000 in scholarships to 29 students. The scholarships ranged in amount from $500 to $1,000. The annual scholarship ceremony is the culmination of MANA's scholarship program, according to Ida Obeso Martinez, MANA president. The ceremony is an opportunity to celebrate the academic achievements of local students and honor their efforts to seek a college education. And the inaugural 2023 HR Champion Award was presented to the Chamber of Commerce of Greater Brawley. It was presented by the California Chamber of Commerce. The award created to recognize chambers who excelled in helping their members comply with California employment laws. Representatives of the HR Champion Chambers were honored during the Cal Chamber Capital Summit in Sacramento. KXO News Time is 7:43. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires, guaranteed. We're talking the finest names in tires: Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. Check the prices, then talk to your Quick Lane service advisor. He will give you the best price, guaranteed. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Well, the County Board of Supervisors will meet today. George Gale has more.
Public session begins at 10 a.m. A board will be asked to proclaim June as Elder and Dependent Adult Abuse Awareness Month. On the action agenda, the supervisors will discuss the new river testing project funded by the America Rescue Plan Act. They will receive a presentation on Imperial County Geographic Informational Systems Road implementation and return on investment. The Imperial County Local Health Authority Commission will update activities and direction in transitioning to a Medi-Cal managed care single plan model. They will receive the results of the 8th annual Lawn Equipment Exchange Program. There will be discussion regarding Mental Health Services Act 3-year program and expenditure plan, and the board will discuss the assessment of salary study and related actions. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A reminder of some road closures. Highline Road closed from Keystone to Gonder Road today and again tomorrow. It's road rehabilitation time. McDonald Road closed from Highway 111 to English Road through June 23rd. During weekdays, it's a 19-hour road closure. Weekends, a full closure for canal and drain maintenance. That's it for page 1 of the local news. Page 1, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Let Freedom Ring. KXO AM 1230 presents Let Freedom Ring.
Happy Independence Day.
As we celebrate Independence Day.
Happy birthday, America.
With 6 hours of music, stories, history, and special features. Let Freedom Ring on AM 1230, Sunday, July 2nd from noon till 6 p.m. with an encore performance on Tuesday, July 4th from 4 till 10 p.m. Let Freedom Ring is made possible by these fine sponsors.
Southwest Postal Service, El Serape Restaurant, Aiden Express Gas, El Centro RV and Service.
It's America's birthday. Celebrate with us and let freedom ring. Page 2 of the local news, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls. For that matter, over 50 different varieties of sushi rolls. That's one for every state. Give it a try. See if you can tour all 50 states. The IID Board of Directors meets today. George has that story.
The meeting begins with a presentation of the Team of the Month for June. Directors are expected to nominate Director Dockstader for the Aqua Region 9 Board of Directors. They will also be asked to approve the revised 2023 On-Farm Efficiency Conservation Program payment rate methodology. Following the department reports, directors they'll convene into closed session. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, graduation ceremonies continue this week. On Wednesday, ICOE Valley Academy graduation begins at 2 p.m. at the Jimmy Cannon Theater. The Imperial Pathways Charter School also held at Southwest beginning at 8 p.m. Desert Valley High School will hold their ceremonies at Warren Field beginning at 8 p.m. On Thursday, ICOE Adult Life Skills will hold their ceremony at the ICOE offices. Aurora High School ceremonies will be held at Rodney Auditorium. Holtville High School graduation ceremonies at the football field beginning at 7 p.m. And Brawley will celebrate at 8 p.m. at Warren Field. The Brawley City Council will meet this evening. George Gale has more.
The meeting will be held in the City Council chambers on Main Street. A meeting will begin with a study session concerning the proposed budget. A council will discuss extending the contract with West Coast Arborists an additional year. They will consider a lease agreement between the city and La Gente Boxing Club, and they will discuss a cybersecurity services contract. Appointments will also be made to the Brawley Planning Commission. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, we'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. The menu is full of outstanding entrees. Yes, there's something for everyone at Kxo Sushi, including for the kids. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls. They're named after our 50 states. And there's fresh sushi and sashimi, plus beer, wine, and sake. And oh, I forgot to mention, they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
The National Weather Service says a strong but overall dry low-pressure system has stalled out across California, and this will bring cooler than normal temperatures through the rest of the week. Winds today will again be breezy to windy, with gusts of 25 to 35 miles an hour possible. Seasonably dry conditions will persist as high temperatures are expected to stay below 100 degrees, and overnight lows mostly dip into the 60s through at least early next week. 97 the high yesterday, 62 the overnight low. Wind gusts peaked at 40 miles an hour last evening. Today will be sunny with a high near 91. West wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds become south this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 64. West-northwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. The winds will decrease after midnight. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 93. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 70 degrees downtown, 40% relative humidity. Wind out of the northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. The dinner menu featuring 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And it's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball, Padres, they blanked the Cubs 5-0. Gary Sanchez hit a 2-run home run. Sanchez has been with the team less than 2 weeks. He's already got more home runs than any Padre catcher earlier in the season. Oh, well. Rays ripped the Red Sox 4-1. Phillies over the Tigers 8-3. Marlins beat the Royals 9-6. Pirates nipped the Athletics 5-4. Astros pounded the Blue Jays 11-4. Reds shut out the Brewers 2-0. And the Rangers edged the Cardinals. That one ended up 4-3. And a plan to help build a stadium for the Oakland Athletics in Las Vegas is in flux after Nevada lawmakers adjourned their 4-month legislative session. The future of the contentious bill is now uncertain after the legislature did not advance it before the midnight deadline Monday. The proposal could potentially be considered in a special legislative session at a date to be determined, where lawmakers would vote on it. Lawmakers also failed to pass one of the 5 major budget bills that included over $1 billion to fund capital improvement projects. that funds state public works and construction, which also will likely be considered in a special session.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
NBA action, well, it's tomorrow. The Nuggets and the Heat, their NBA Finals Game 3 coming up tomorrow. Series knotted 1 game each. And Coco Gauff put aside a skinned knee and a bad stretch in the first set to reach the French Open quarterfinals for the third consecutive year as she topped Anna Karolina Schmidlova yesterday. Switching over to football, wide receiver Antonio Callaway was released by the Dallas Cowboys after being arrested last weekend in Miami. Callaway arrested for driving with a suspended license. And the NFL is investigating Indianapolis Colts cornerback and kick returner Isaiah Rodgers for possible violations of the league's gambling policy. The team acknowledged the inquiry yesterday, saying in a statement without naming Rodgers, "We are aware of the NFL's investigation. We will have no further comment at this time." And, the Oakland A's, remember the Oakland A's, they used to be the Philadelphia A's in Philly with Connie Mack, then the Kansas City A's, then the Oakland A's. Hopefully soon to be the Las Vegas A's. Well, they couldn't get the legislature to agree on funding, but it appears the Buffalo Bills, will break ground on a new $1.54 billion stadium. The dirt is being moved. Construction vehicles are in full go mode. That's it for Sports Time. Brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, traffic, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times. It's critical that we keep AM radio in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free emergency service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And let's take a look at financial news. A brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. The SEC has sued Coinbase for allegedly acting as an unregistered crypto broker. Wall Street's top regulator is confronting some of the biggest names in crypto over their alleged violations of U.S. securities laws in a regulatory crackdown that is already roiling the digital asset industry. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission sued Coinbase, America's largest crypto exchange, for allegedly acting as an unregistered broker. That complaint landed just 24 hours after filing a similar suit against overseas rival Binance. But you notice this, you're spending more on groceries, but you're buying less. The past few months of robust grocery store sales would suggest that shoppers are not stretched for cash, but that's not the full story. Food manufacturers like Kellogg and PepsiCo and Nestle all reported sales growth in the first quarter of the year, but even though sales are up, people are buying less. Growth has been fueled by higher prices, which offset declining volumes. And speaking of declining volumes, roughly 2 months after Bud Light endured a self-induced injury that torpedoed sales, the brand continues to lose ground to its competition, but Bud Light still remains the top-selling beer in the country. Taking a look at the big board, showing green right now. The Dow up 40 points, the S&P 500 up 8, the NASDAQ up 33, gold up 80 cents an ounce, oil off 22 cents a barrel. Things are kind of mixed on the big board as investors still awaiting word from the Fed.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 91, west wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds becoming south this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 64, west-northwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. The winds decreasing after midnight. And tomorrow, sunny with a high near 93, southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Right now, downtown El Centro, 71 degrees, 39% relative humidity. Wind is out of the west at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. Coming up, CBS News on the Hour. We'll take you around the world. Don't forget, local news when and where it happens. Local news scheduled throughout the day on AM 1230. Local news also available on our website, kxoradio.com. And don't forget what we just finished when we started at 7:30. It's on the YouTube channel. Check it out.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro. KXO.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Monica Ricks in New York. There is huge news today in the professional golf world. CBS's Jim Krasula has details.
The PGA Tour and European Tour have agreed to a merger with Saudi Arabia's Live Golf. The agreement requires all sides to immediately drop legal action involving the Saudi golf interests. Two big questions in the deal: how players who defected to Live can return to the PGA Tour next year, and what Live Golf will look like going forward.
The name of the two pro golf tours hasn't been decided yet. The Biden administration says the U.S. is very concerned about reports of a major dam burst in Ukraine. The attacks already flooded at least one town, forcing about 17,000 people to evacuate. CBS's Deborah Petta is there with more.
The Russian-held Kakhovka Dam's attack, resulting in what officials in Kyiv say is a humanitarian crisis. Zelensky has convened an emergency meeting of the National Security and Defense Council, saying the destruction of the Kakhovka Dam confirms to the whole world that Russia should be expelled from every corner of Ukraine.
More migrants are getting shipped from the southern border to California just days after another group was sent from Texas. Sacramento Mayor Darrell Steinberg.
If you do lure people under false pretenses, I don't know what that is, whether it's kidnapping, whether it's some other crime, but it certainly ought to be fully investigated, and whoever is responsible ought to be held accountable for this.
Prince Harry hit the witness stand today in London, where he's talking about he's taking on a tabloid for allegedly hacking into his phone. Media lawyer Matthew Gale.
He just wants to hold the tabloid press, and in this case the Mirror, to account. He's livid, frankly. The more he tackles the tabloids, the less inclined they are to write nice stories about him. So he's certainly unlikely to win that fight.
Harry has said the Mirror Group has blood on its hands for hounding his family. CBS News has confirmed lawyers for former President Trump had a meeting yesterday at the Justice Department. It comes as Trump faces possible charges on multiple issues, including his handling of classified documents. Former Attorney General Bill Barr talked about it on CBS Mornings.
This would have gone nowhere had the president just returned the documents. But he jerked them around for a year and a half. And the question is, did he deceive them? And if there's evidence of that, people will start to see that this says more about Trump than it does the Department of Justice.
Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. has settled a lawsuit by a woman who accused him of rape. The move means the actor will avoid a trial that was set to start today in New York. The woman had claimed Gooding assaulted her in a restaurant a decade ago. He'd insisted it was consensual. This is CBS News.
Hiring is a lot easier with Indeed. Their powerful platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you, with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer-lasting scent.
Another study suggests breast is best for babies. CBS's Vicki Barker has details.
Oxford University researchers say children who are breastfed are 3 times more likely to achieve top grades in standardized exams as teenagers, regardless of their parents' intelligence or socioeconomic background. And the longer they're breastfed, the higher their grades. A study of 5,000 British children found those who were breastfed for at least 12 months were 39% more likely to achieve a high grade in national achievement tests for math and English, and were 25% less likely to fail the English exam. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Toronto's airport plans to pay tribute to one of Canada's biggest bands. Henderson Brewery at YYZ will feature tons of Rush memorabilia from the band's recording and touring days. It's set to open in Terminal 1, and you can check it out while sipping the bar's custom Rush Canadian Golden Ale. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
PaperByGovernment.com. You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
12:30 KXO.